Peace and love in Habari Ghani. Today is the third day of Kwanzaa, which is Ujima, Collective Working Responsibility. And I wanted to use this day to start my presentations, which is going to be a YouTube channel and also a Facebook page to correlate with what I'm doing on YouTube. And so today is Ujima, Collective Working Responsibility. And us being able to work together collectively to build our nation is one of the most important things that we need to do. And so I feel too much is given, much is expected. I really don't know everything, but I think that what I do know, that I'm willing to share. And so that's my point is to have a page that says, think, it ain't illegal yet. Because sometimes, all the things that's against us, they tell us it's illegal to do this, illegal to do that, but thinking is something that we don't do much of, because we're in this situation where we're being controlled by media, by TV, by music. So we have to think for ourselves. And so I made up an acronym called THINK, which is taking hold of and implementing new knowledge. I'll repeat that. Taking hold of and implementing new knowledge. So a lot of us, we have information, but we're not using the information. We're not implementing it. We're not putting action to it. So we may learn about, this new thing that's good for us, far as our eating is concerned, far as our fitness is concerned, as far as, things to do and share with our children, but we're not implementing these things. So this is a place where you will be able to, we are going to encourage people to emancipate themselves from mental slavery, because nobody can free ourselves except ourselves. It's just us. It's up to us. It's up to us to take that courage and to think and to take some action towards the things that are good for us individually. Now, I'm not saying that you be all, all by yourself, be concerned with other people. But of course, when you work with yourself, we have to develop our own self so we can be able to encourage others. Because truly that, if you don't love yourself, there's no way you can love anybody else. And when I celebrated the first day of Kwanzaa, we were talking about unity and how unity is good for our community. And one of my comments that I made is that we must unify with ourselves. We all came here for a purpose. We all have a duty of things that we were brought on this earth for. And so once you unify yourself back to who you really are supposed to be, then you can unify with others and continue to build and build. So again, the emancipate yourself from mental slavery is a very important issue. I mean, I'm really happy that the brother came up with that song, because none but ourselves can free our minds. And so when you think and you implement things, you make changes. You're being courageous to not go along with what they say, or this is the style. If you really like a certain style and it looks good on you, hey, why not wear it? But some people say, oh, I'm not wearing it, that's not in style right now. Okay, well, that's what you want to think. So what? We can't be this cookie cutter thing, especially us as people of African descent, because we are come in all sizes, shapes, and colors. So we can't be cookie cutter. We need to be able to individually find that uniqueness in our own selves. I used to have this plaque in my house, and I did it specifically for my children, and it says, to dream of the person you want to be is to waste the beautiful person you are. So, excuse me. So, along the lines of those type of things, sharing and caring, and we're going to help you to create your own narrative, because right now the society has created a narrative for us, and it's really not good for us. Good things are not coming out of it, and we should learn that, because history is the best teacher. We have been through so many things, and seeing that, okay, this is what they did to us. Oh, okay. Oh, now they did this. And again, they have created these names. When people came here on earth, nobody had the names. We were just people. But then the society created the black, the white, the yellow, the red. Come on. No, we're all one people. When you develop yourself spiritually, you'll see that we're all one people, and you'll know that. So basically, we will come here and we'll talk about things that are good for us, and that we will make choices on things that's good for us, and to be able to create our own narrative, because right now we're creating narratives not for ourselves. We're kind of going along, and so that's part of the mental slavery. That's really part of the mental slavery. We're going to cover things like talk about that we have to stop complying. We have to stop complying with what's going on. I mean, of course, the latest and greatest thing right now is what? The COVID thing. Okay, so they've always tried to pit us against ourselves. They used to put the rich against the poor. They put the light against the dark, and so now it's the vax against the unvaccinated. I mean, we have to really be think for ourselves, and we also have to know that what's going on out in the world doesn't directly have to affect us. That we could build a peace around ourselves, and to be able to know that um, within my little cipher, that I'm not going to let some of these outside things kind of come and affect me. And that's really just by making choices. That's really by making choices. We have to use the universe as a bodyguard. You know, once we connect with the universe, it's our bodyguard. Certain things we're not going to have to worry about anymore. We don't have to worry about this or that, because the universe will be in control. And we do have to know that we're not in control. The universe is in control. And you must decide to be free. You have to make that decision that I'm going to be free. I'm going to free my mind. I'm going to do what's best for me, whether it comes to changing the way that you eat, which is healthy because your health is your wealth. And now, right now, we know the society, unfortunately, they don't send the best foods into our neighborhoods. As you go to the grocery stores, it's all stacked with box foods, canned foods, packaged foods. That's not good for us. We come from a people who we used to eat fresh fruits and vegetables. We used to grow our own foods and do things to create, excuse me, for ourselves. And so I'm just going to touch base a little bit on just some of the things that we're going to touch. But I think, if you want to work on yourself, you want to develop yourself, and you want to free your mind. Oh, you remember that thing used to say, free your mind, your ass will follow? Yeah, we're going to work on that. So we're going to free our minds so our ass can follow. And we're going to bring some other asses along with us. Okay? So I'm not going to talk long today. Today is just an introduction to let you know that we're working on emancipating ourselves from mental slavery. Okay? And because we're going to think. And means when thinking is not illegal yet, but we want to use think as taking hold of and implementing new knowledge. Okay? So I'd like to just thank you for tuning in today. Um, please leave comments and subscribe, because this is a new thing. But please subscribe to my channel, share, and I look forward to chatting with you. And just by the way, we're going to on every Tuesdays when we're going to be doing our presentation. So every Tuesday I will have a new video here, and we're going to call it we're talking out Tuesdays. Talk about it, excuse me. Talk about it Tuesdays. So Talk About It Tuesdays will be our day that I will put a new video up, and we'll have certain things to talk about. And if there's something that you would like for me to talk about, then feel free to do that, because there's so much out there that we need to think about as we're living this world that we're living in, and we can live it much cheaper. We have to be wise about our monies that we're spending, where we put that money at, how we invest that money, and not go along with, everybody has cable, has HBO, has Stars, has da da da. Okay, you may not need that, but you gotta, but you want to have it. I remember when I was coming up, and I didn't want all that stuff for my children. My family used to really think that I was awful for not allowing my children to have HBO and all those other little channels, but they don't need that because TV is not really good for us. I mean, there's so many things that's being used to manipulate us. The music, and even as far as, sometimes people don't want to hear this, but some of the music, there's vibrations, and energy is real. Energy is real. So some of the vibrations from the music is put into the music that the young people hear, and it gives them a low vibration, which holds them in this stale state of unproductivity. Big one, huh? Excuse me. I have a little cold, but I was still determined to do this today. So it puts us in an unproductive state of mind. So it's really the energy and the vibration that's in this music. So it's a lot of things that are just right there in our face, but we're not aware of it. So tune in to think. It ain't illegal yet. So that is taking hold of and implementing new knowledge. So we're going to create our own narrative. No longer just going to let someone else tell us what to do, what to wear, what to buy, where to live. And then we're going to emancipate ourselves from this mental slavery that we're in. So thank you so much for tuning in. I look forward to talking to you again next Tuesday for my next presentation. And again, subscribe and share. Thank you so much. This is Sister Zinga. Peace and love.